Hey y'all, it's Anime K-Man, and today I'm gonna be reviewing episode 1 of Cannon Buses, and whoa, this episode was pretty darn lit, I gotta say. And let me explain why. It's got nice dynamic characters. Like, for the most part, at the very least, you got Philly the Kid. He's entertaining. Sam is an entertaining klutz. And Casey's pretty adorable and hilarious too. And let me explain why I really thought this episode stood out. Because throughout this whole episode, everything moved, everything was quick, and when it revealed plot relevant information, it did it through natural dialogue and through hilarious sequences. And that's what I enjoyed about this episode, because pretty much, at least seemingly the premise, because I didn't really read any synopsis or anything before watching this. I just saw the trailer on Netflix, and then afterwards, the release date was like today, so I was like, okay, fuck, I'll fucking watch it. So anyways, the premise, at least from watching the first episode, from what I gather, is essentially this girl called Sam, all companies this bot called Casey are pretty much looking for this dude called Philly the Kid. They essentially find him, they befriend him, and they want to use him because they need help on something. So I do like that bit of the episode, because they introduced that part of the premise, and we made plot progression there because they actually joined each other. And aside from that, then you have its other premise, which is Philly the Kid, who's trying to avoid bounty hunters because he has a high-ass bounty on his head, and people want to fucking get him so that they can get the bounty. So I also like that too, because for one, with a premise like that, it already leads to sequences, because you always have these punks trying to bust up our kid, Philly the Kid, and just seeing him get through all these situations is just hilarious as hell. And it's pretty comedic too, because for one, when you first see him like in his full glory, well actually technically the second sequence, he gets shot in for a second. It was mind fucking because I literally thought he was dead. I was like, damn. But then when it revealed that this is the 22nd time he's revived and all that kind of jazz, and then he's more worried about his fucking shirt instead of his hole in his chest, because immediately it just regenerates. And I gotta admit, that made me fucking laugh. So stuff like that really makes the episode dynamic, because it's humor. It does things you don't expect, and then it works with them, like Philly the Kid being an immortal. Shit, I didn't expect that shit. At least he seemed immortal. So things like that help contribute to some nice sequences. And then afterwards you have, for some reason, these bots where the Batokia city that Sam's from, they're just going after her for some odd reason, and she avoids them. And then Philly the Kid has to end up fucking taking these bots on, because he pretty much didn't sign up for this shit and didn't even want to hang out. He doesn't even want to have anything to do with these two bots, but he has no fucking choice. And I like how it leads to like a nice chase sequence where they take these two bots. And I like how during all this, it weaves into the narrative that Sam's pretty competent, because he actually lowers two of these bots into like these things that explode. And then the third final bot, they were actually able to utilize his bot to defeat it. So I do like that despite the comedy, it reminds you that Philly the Kid, he's actually resourceful. And I like how they weave that all inside of the narrative. And also it reveals some mysterious bits too, because it does reveal that Sam's a bot, but yet she doesn't know that she has like a fucking death laser in her fucking mouth when she this pretty much decimated this fucking fucking Salone thing. I don't know how they're called in like the Western times, but elements like that really make the episode pretty lively. Because for one, aside from being really comedic, it introduces a lot of plot elements, like what the hell did Philly the Kid do? How is he immortal? Why are these bots going after Sam? Like, all these mysteries are pretty nice, I gotta say. So that's why I think this episode, even though it has a lot going on, the comedy and the intrigue really make it interesting. So I thought from the story standpoint, it did well. And from the character standpoint, I gotta say, they're pretty nice. You get some decent characterization from Philly the Kid, because for one, while he doesn't fear death, he sure as shit doesn't want to fucking go in there on purpose, because he doesn't like it dying, as scene like after he's in his chest goes away, he doesn't want to experience death again. So I do like that element because, for one, it leads to a comedic angle, and two, it makes sense because I'm pretty sure dying probably doesn't feel pleasant. So I like how the episode utilizes that to its advantage, and I like how it shows Philly the Kid to be a cynical bastard when he's all like, he ain't want no friends because the friends he has always try to shoot the fuck out of him. So that's pretty hilarious too, I gotta say. So that's what I like. And he's pretty cool too and a badass. So that I do like. And then additionally, I like how it gives characterization for Sam where she isn't really in tune with social cues as character-wise when she tries to fucking introduce herself to a lot of fucking people and trying to be, well, you'll be my friend? And I like how they utilize that as a joke because when you have Philly the Kid to prevent Sam from fucking annoying the fuck out of him, he's like, I'll just be your friend. I like how they have this comedic gag where it says 73rd friend, and I'm like, wait, there are actually fucking people that took Sam up on that offer. So things like that too are pretty hilarious. And that's what I like about Sam. He doesn't quite get social cues yet, and that leads into hilarious situations. Now, I'd say really the only slight worry though going into this episode is she said that thing multiple times. So what I do hope is that in the future episodes, she doesn't say that as much and they just tone that down. But for the most part, I found her endearing. And then there's this character called Casey who doesn't have as much characterization as Sam or Philly the Kid. But what I do like about it, Casey, is at the very least seems to be funny, like how when he completely disses the car of Philly when he first sees it, but then afterwards when it transforms, he's just praising the car Bessie, and I'm like, yo, you fucking hypocrite. And that's what I like because you get the sense that Casey is a fucking hypocrite. Because at the start of the episode, Sam's like, "Are we lost?" And then Philly's like, "We ain't lost. We just don't know where to go right now." And I'm like, oh, fuck. That's hell of adorable, trying to just fucking make himself look better by pretending they're not lost. So things like that make Casey endearing, I gotta say. So that's pretty nice, and I think the dynamic between Casey and Philly is going to be really fucking good, and it's going to lead to a lot of hilarious sequences. So that's what I also find well done from the character standpoint. And I'd say overall it was well done. Animation was well done too, because the sequences were dynamic, there was action, there was even unique character designs. Like there was this character that was fighting Bounty Hunter trying to fight Philly the Kid using guns, and then this tail out of fucking nowhere. So that was pretty cool. Then there was this dude with like a gigantic arm with like a beam cannon. And there was this dude that had like seemingly 2 robotic legs, but in combat it can fucking multiply it to like 2 to 4. And I was like, damn. So stuff like that really make the action pop. These unique character designs, and they set up to unique action set pieces. So I gotta give it praise there too. And the only weakness in the animation is the CG, because at times it's noticeably CG, but at other times it isn't. So I'd say the CG is a mixed bag. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks bad. But I'd say overall it was decently done. And overall the animation is a well done package, because usually most of the action is 2D for the most part. Hopefully they don't go balls to the wall deep with the CG in the future episodes, unless it dramatically improves. Because there have been animated series with like better CG than this. And I have seen series with better CG than this, like Koya Hotobuki, that had really great CG where I was like, damn, this actually complements the thing. So unless it's in that level, I'm usually not too fond of it. But here, it gets the job done. As for the art, I like it. I like the dynamic looking characters. I mean, backgrounds, they look a bit simplistic in nature. But at the same time, they're not bad. Again, they get the job done. But the character animation, character designs are really freaking good, though, I gotta say. Gotta give him props to that. Especially Philly the Kids. I love his character design. And the soundtrack, I like it. It had kind of like a Western vibe, I gotta say. Opening was pretty nice. Edie really didn't win me over. And as for the voice performances, I actually liked them. Especially Philly the Kid's actor and Casey's actors. I think those two were like, they carried the episode. And Sam's actress is pretty decent, but Philly the Kid, you could really tell he was hella into the script. And I'm watching this dub, so I recommend any of y'all to watch it dub. But just a heads up though, if you watch this with dub with English subtitles, these subtitles are slightly different from what the English dub is, so it could throw y'all off. I mean, the reason why I have the subtitles is because I live react. So the subtitles help in keeping track of things that I might miss. But yeah, just a heads up. The English subtitles do not sync up with the English dub, just letting y'all know. And yeah, I'd say that's about it. I'd say overall, I recommend any of y'all who want to see an action comedy to check this out. And I think it's a solid 8 out of 10 episode for me. And I'm definitely going to be live reacting to the next episodes. So anyways, y'all, these are my first impressions on this episode. Be sure to comment out your thoughts on the first episode of Cannon Busters on the comment section below. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. Because I'm definitely going to be live reacting to more Cannon Busters episodes. Because, yeah, I'm definitely pumped up. Alright. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a great and safe day. Bye-bye.